Hi, today we're going to talk about uh, poverty consciousness. What is a poverty consciousness? A poverty consciousness is the mind's thinking around wealth or abundance. When we think about abundance, we think about having everything that we need within our reach at any given time. But those who have a poverty consciousness, they operate in subtle ways and they're not even aware that they have a poverty consciousness. The behaviors of individuals who have a poverty consciousness is the belief that there is never enough and the belief that in the future there will not be enough. Those who operate on a daily basis in poverty consciousness are always conscientious of how much money that they spend on a given item. They may go into a coffee shop and they may desire to have a large coffee, but they look at the price and they say no to themselves. I'd better get a small or a medium. That's a poverty consciousness. There are those who only shop on the clearance aisle. That's a poverty consciousness. There are those who speak with other individuals and claim, yes, life is rough. Yes, life is like sandpaper. Yes, there are those that are keeping us down. Yes, it's not enough money. Yes, I will never get the promotion that I desire or that I have earned. That's a poverty consciousness. When we view people that have wealth as being evil, that's a deep-seated, rooted in spirituality idea of poverty consciousness. Poverty consciousness shows up on a daily basis throughout the day in individuals' lives when they hold a poverty consciousness. When a person thinks about a desire that they may have, and the next thought behind that desire is that, yes, I'd like that, but I know I can't get it. That's a poverty consciousness. Some people who are religious believe that having material goods is against their religion and it will not get them into heaven. That's a poverty consciousness. A poverty consciousness will keep us anchored in poverty. We will never get our needs met and we will always struggle if we have a poverty consciousness. When we look at our own self-worth or self-value and we look at ourselves in a small way, that's a poverty consciousness. Poverty consciousness is so deeply rooted in the masses of humanity that there are a great majority of people are stuck in poverty and they do not know how to get out. Everything starts in the mind. Everything that we desire starts in the mind. When the Creator gives an individual a desire for a thing and you get an image of a thing and you want that thing, that means that it is available to you. Anything that a human being can desire is available to that human being. If you have a specific consciousness when it comes to riches or wealth, every human being will get a desire or have a desire within themselves that is relevant to that individual. An individual that may have a desire for a small, just say a small home, well then that is his consciousness. But there are other individuals that would love to have a mansion. And then there are larger mansions and larger and larger. Now, each one will receive a desire instilled in him that is available to him. So if you do not receive or are not gaining the things that you want in life that you have a desire for, and it's been presented to you from the Creator, and it's been embedded in you, placed in you, and you have that desire for something, that desire is available to you. You have to change your consciousness in the way you view resources and the way you view money and the way you view life and the way you view yourself. Because if we have a low value of ourselves, then of course we will have a low value of all the other options that are available to us. We must assess ourselves and look at ourselves. And we can use a pen and a paper and just jot down throughout the day the thoughts that are negative, the thoughts that say there's not enough. When you walk into a store, how you feel, how you view what you want to purchase, what thoughts are running through your mind, jot it down, because only you can uproot those thoughts, and only you can have a wealthy consciousness. When you change the way you view wealth and finance, your life changes. But it is up to the individual. No one outside of an individual can do this for him but himself. If you do not have the things that you desire, you have to blame yourself. No matter what obstacles are outside of you or stumbling blocks that you perceive, and they may be there, but when you have a consciousness that is tapped into your spiritual self, you can overcome any obstacle outside of you. The power is within you, the way you think, the way you see life, the way you see things, and what you speak. When I see people, they ask me, well, how are you? I always say, I am blessed and grateful. Blessed and grateful means that I'm not living in lack. And when I say I am blessed and grateful, I am thinking in eternal time. I am thinking that my past was a blessing, my present is a blessing, and also my future is a blessing. We have to begin to incorporate certain habits in our minds that we can free ourselves from the yoke of poverty. Now, I find that most individuals always point the finger outside of themselves as to why they cannot get ahead. If you believe that you cannot get ahead, you are absolutely right. And if you have a desire that has been input into you from the divine, that is available to you, and you say you can't have it, you ultimately will not have it. We must wake up, people, and change the way we think. When we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at shall change, and we will have more things to look at. Thank you, and have a good day.